In the next 60 seconds, I'll put you in command of a brand new metal album to stream, but in the last 60 seconds, only the true metal warriors will get a second album from my secret collection. Terry here again, guiding metal music defenders like you to music that you want. If you like what's here on the list next to me, FMR is for you because I review, analyze, and break down the newest extreme releases from my weekly charts, so you get the best new metal every day. Last time, I reviewed Initiation by Set for Tomorrow. Check the last episode for the full scoop and results. Stream them for yourself to see if they are for you. Corryvreckan by Hand of Kalliach, or Kalliach, is your new album today, up for a fresh full metal review. Let's break this down. Before I start, I open the page and I see that there are 9 strong-sounding tracks totaling 41 minutes. The album cover artwork, as you can see, is shades of blue to white with beautiful imagery. You can make it out here for yourself. It's got custom and standard fonts. I was attracted to it immediately thanks to the artist. Classified in Apple as death and black metal. Between that rating, the album artwork, and the song titles, I'm visualizing something heavy, maybe beastly. My genre description right now is death metal. We'll see in the end during my reveal. Moving to track 1, it opens in a dramatic, quite beautiful. It keeps building bigger and bigger in that fashion. And it's, at least at this point, the most unique I think I've reviewed this year since the Exocrine review past 3 weeks or a month ago. While track 2, it's a masterpiece of melodic, rhythmic, deep, dramatic, Celtic-feeling death metal that feels like it's pouring from the mountains. It's actually magnificent. Track 3 sounds so huge. The vocalizations are bleeding massive. The rhythms, harmonies, melodies, and the female background singer is absolute rapture. Next, track 4, forget it. Mind is blown. Almost need a moment of silence here to gather my thoughts. Track 5 is pure thunder. You have to listen to it for yourself. It's almost undescribable how good it is, at least to me. Rest of the album was ultra heavy, thunderous, and astounding all the way through. In summary, the creativity and uniqueness here is a massive standout. The sounds coming from Hand of Kalliach is almost beyond anything I think I've ever heard. I never thought rhythm and harmony could be so big and so balanced at the same time. I thought that it could never happen. The recording and sound quality, absolutely professional, full, complete, top to bottom. Production and musicality was a masterpiece, in my opinion. I rate the overall levels of rhythm and tempo here as immense. The harmonies and melodies as well, absolutely immense. The presence in this album is incredible. The lyrical theme here, I find, is it's fantasy. Becoming a mainstream or radio act here, I don't think is a possibility. I think that Hand of Kalliach I think that they belong to us metal warriors forever. The range, flow, and layout of the album is consistent. The tracks are arranged meticulously. I describe the vocals as uniquely insane and intense. Fry vocals, beastly. While the guitars I can only describe as magnificent. The bass section, magnificent. And finally, the drums and percussion performance was, as you guessed it, magnificent. I couldn't make out much in the way of sound samples, but I got this Celtic feel for some reason. Overall, the energy and intensity was through the roof. They remind me a little wee bit of Opeth, but really, no one, to be honest with you, sounds like this band. AI says they sound like Insomnium and Swallow the Sun. I've not heard them too, but that's the way that goes. I rate the temperature of this album as absolutely too hot. It has the darkest and brightest dark and light tonality feels, well, the overall color I would personally describe as sky blue. Okay, this band has an aura around them. The general feeling I had during this session was everything: chills, white knuckles, goosebumps, sweats, electricity. It led me to give this album a seismic reading of a massive 9.3. I think that might be my highest. I'm going to place this precisely at the top of my playlist for at least a while. In summary, my predictions from earlier were, well, I did say death metal. And finally, I reveal that my personal genre description, I'm going to say melodic symphonic death metal, but it's so much more. It's almost dreamy. But the official bio, it says the same thing, and it does add Celtic flavors to it, which means I'm kind of sort of a winner here, but I couldn't really place that whole Celtic thing. My favorite tracks throughout this whole thing, I really couldn't pick. They were all amazing. It just kept getting better and better. Of course, it's going into my library, and this it actually closes off the show, and I'm going to say my reviews here don't do these bands justice. Please stream and experience all of them for yourself. So, moving right ahead here. Okay. So that's it for another episode of FMR. I'm going to dig into my treasure chest. I'm going to try and give you something that is as good. And this album here coming up, I reviewed last month, I think it was, Exocrine's Legend album. And that's just for you. Say thanks for hanging out with me today. And that's it for today, my friends. Remember to support your favorite metal artists. Stream them, engage them on social, buy the merch, see them live if you can. Hit that subscribe button and follow me, because metal music rather matters, and you can get your own new metal recommendations here first. So cheers, everybody, and have yourself a terrific day.